Perhaps, Governor, you might want to say a few words about the report. I saw you writing things, scribbling things down. A very comprehensive report from EK there, and as we have the central bank governor here, I thought perhaps it would be remiss not to let him react and respond very briefly to what we saw there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think first of all I want to thank Afrinvest. I want to also thank the management, the board and the management of Afrinvest for bringing Nigeria to London. I am particularly intrigued by the title. Here he talks about Nigeria reopens for business. This, for me, is a good marketing for Nigeria, and I feel delighted to be part of this today, and I think they deserve a round of applause. He's done an excellent job selling Nigeria. He's done an excellent job marketing Nigeria to the world, and I really thank him for being a true patriot and for being a true Nigerian, and that is what we should do and we should continue to do as Nigerians. He's dissected everything, but I think I need to add by saying that Nigeria truly has reopened for business. If you consider what we went through in the last, I would say 2.5 years, crude price dropping from as high, first of all, the way I like to describe it, I say for 5 straight years, from 2009 to 2014, we saw crude price at an average of at least close to about $110 per barrel. And for those periods, even production was also very high. Unfortunately and suddenly, the global shock resulted in crude prices dropping to the point where the prices dropped in February 2016 to as low as $28 per barrel. It was a very, very difficult period for Nigeria. We had I'll use the word, we had very serious hemorrhage on our FX reserves. It made us begin to think that we wasted the period when we had petrodollars, and that it's high time we began to say that without petrodollars, Nigeria must survive. It got to a point where, like I said in my earlier report, reserves got depleted from about 37 when I took over as governor of Central Bank in June 2014 to as low as $23 billion in October 2016. Things got really, really bad. And I never stop mentioning the president. It takes a lot for a leader to take a tough position and say, we've got to fold our sleeves. And fold our sleeves from standpoint where we're saying Nigeria once fed itself. Nigeria once fed itself with its rice. Nigeria once fed itself. We had our cocoa, we had groundnut, we had cotton. Nigeria survived with revenues from agriculture. We are not talking about testing your hands on new things. It is something that you had done before, but unfortunately you found petrodollar and you brought down your guards. Everybody ran from the farms to Abuja. Everybody ran from the farms to Lagos. And unfortunately, when the petrodollars disappeared, it became became real that we had to face the facts. And the president said, you've done it before. Go back to what you were doing or what you had done before. And that's why we are where we are today. He began to sing the song of diversifying the economy away from oil. Many analysts felt we were joking. At that time, they said, look, this is, you are talking about structural change, structural reform of the economy. What happens to you in the short run? And the president, what he says, and I tell him, look, people are asking us, what happens in the short run? He says, do you know what? If you can't find fish eat bushmeat. If you can't find bushmeat, then eat without meat or fish, right? But we've got to survive and face the reality that things are bad. And he set the tone. And I repeat, it's about leadership. In November 2015, he took us to Benin Kirby, and he said we all must farm. And he bent down and began to plant rice. Because he set the tone, everybody is now facing the farms. And I repeat, we had close to almost about 200,000 farmers that we supported under the Anchor Bora program between 2015 and 2016. And the math is very simple. That if before that time, a yield from 1 hectare of rice used to be about 1 metric tons to 1.5 metric tons. Because of improved seedlings, because of fertilizer, because of insecticides, which we make sure we provide rather than cash, yields went to as high as close to, in some places, 5 and in some places 8 metric tons per hectare. Now, we found a situation where farmers that were impoverished became millionaires. So I can clearly say during that period, government improved the wealth of the rural community by close to about 200,000 people. They became millionaires in Nigeria. That is the strength in leadership. That is the strength in the push. Now, today, yes, we've seen truly crude price. Yes, we keep saying even $60 per barrel is good. We are happy that it's trending in that direction, right? We are happy that production is stable. And we are happy that as a result of the diversification efforts, we are all looking inwards and we are aggressively building reserves. These are some of the things that have helped to reverse our situation today. And I say that it can only continue to get better. And I say it, with the kind of leadership we have, and if we can continue this way, I can boldly say never again, never and never again, we will find a situation where when you find oil, everybody runs to Abuja and Lagos, and when oil goes away, let me reverse it. When when crude is not there, right? Everybody runs to the farm and makes the money. And when crude price go up, everybody runs back to town, to the cities, Abuja and Lagos. We would all remain in the farms because we're going to make the business profitable for the farmers and continue to improve the wealth of our rural community. I thank you very much.